Hi guys, welcome to lesson 6-3, which is triangles. So our learning target today is I can identify triangles based on their sides and angles. In order to be successful, I must understand that each triangle can have two names based on their sides and their angles. So let's review. From yesterday, we learned acute angles are angles that are smaller than 90 degrees. We learned right angles are exactly 90 degrees, and obtuse angles are greater than 90 degrees. But that only goes to 179 degrees. If you remember, a line is 180 degrees. So it is its own special kind of angle. You may also see it called a straight angle. So let's talk about their angles since we just reviewed from yesterday. So triangles can have three types. So in the first one, the three angles can all be acute. Then we would say the triangle is an acute triangle. So here, each angle is less than 90 degrees. An acute triangle. The second way would be if it has one right angle. We would call it a right triangle. You might also see a little square in the corner. So this one right here just has one right angle, and we'd call it a right triangle. Grab another color. Sure, we'll do purple. The third kind is what we would call an obtuse triangle because it has one obtuse angle, which we see right here. That angle is obtuse. So we would call the triangle an obtuse triangle. We can also classify a triangle by its sides, as we see here. So, the three line segments can either be all equal, in which case we would say it's an equilateral. So each side is exactly the same length. So I'm looking at how long each side is. That's what I'm looking at when I'm classifying by sides. Or, two of them can be equal. That's what we call an isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle looks like an upside down ice cream cone. So here we can see the ice cream cone, and it's upside down, so it looks like an isosceles triangle. Just like that. All right. The third kind is our poor, lonely, old scalene. A scalene triangle, no sides are the same length. So this one might be longer than this one, and this one might be the shortest. But none of them are the same. So when we're classifying by sides, it could be equilateral, isosceles, scalene. Isosceles kind of sounds like ice cream cone. That can help you think of it as an ice cream cone upside down. Equilateral kind of sounds like equal, because all sides are equal. So equilateral. Scalene is just kind of a weird one you're going to have to memorize. Poor Scalene, he doesn't have any sides the same length. He's very sad. Okay, so now that we've talked about how to classify triangles, here's a question. I am a triangle with only 2 equal sides. One of my angles is greater than 90 degrees. What kind of triangle am I? So, to solve this, first we're going to classify it by its sides. So it only has 2 equal sides. Here was our slides. Oh, our ice cream cone. Isosceles. It only has 2 sides the same length. So we know part of this is going to be isosceles. Did I spell that right? No. Goodness. Let me just fix this. Isosceles. Okay, that's by side. One of my angles is greater than 90 degrees. Angles. Here's our angle slide. Greater, so it can't be acute because that's less. It's not exactly 90 degrees like this one. Obtuse. Obtuse is greater. So it's got to be an obtuse. So this triangle would be named an isosceles obtuse triangle. Here is an example of what that triangle might look like. So it clearly has an obtuse angle greater than 90, and then only 2 sides are the same length, which makes it isosceles. Let's look at this one. I am a triangle with a right angle. Can I have 3 equal sides? Explain. If you said no, you are correct. Here is an equilateral triangle. It has 3 equal sides. If I was to move one side to make my right angle, I would have to extend the third side, this side, and make it longer. And then I would not have 3 equal sides. Okay, let's do some practice. You're going to classify each triangle by its sides and angles. Okay, check your work. Remember, you should have classified each triangle by its sides and also by its angles.